Welcome to SAT TV News. I am Larry LaRocque, your presenter. Among the major developments, dead body found in Castle Bruce. Former Grenada senator appointed magistrate in Dominica. CIA agent intercepted in Moscow. And in sports, Aldrin Pizza and more bombers record resounding victories. Details of these soon to follow.
Whenever the iron play, I'll be there. Wherever the steel band play, I'll be there. Anytime it's carnival, yo, festival, bacchanal, behind the big truck, down the road, everybody, they know that I'll be there. Yo, this is Mr. Challenge. You're watching SAT TV, the people's choice.
Welcome back. 4 houses located in the city of Roseau are now much brighter and pleasing to view as they were the recipients of an aesthetic makeover, compliments of the Discover Dominica Authority DDA. With the assistance of the Human Resource Manager of the Discover Dominica Authority, Ms. Gloria Joseph, the DDA executed its 3rd annual Paintathon on Saturday, May 11th to Sunday, May 12th. The makeover formed part of the activities of Tourism Awareness Month 2013.
This activity that we're doing is to enhance beautification in the town of Roseau, in the city, to ensure that our tourists can look at the traditional buildings, the architecture of those buildings, and it becomes a focal point for them as they walk through the streets. Our activity today is brought to you in partnership with Harris Paints Dominica Limited, Coca-Cola, the National Bank of Dominica, and we are together seeking to enhance, as I said, what is in the city. So this is part of our annual Paintathon. On the project, we have professional painters as well as what we call amateur painters, those of us who work with Discover Dominica and NBD, and our affiliates, friends, family. A number of persons are joining us. There are currently 4 projects going on in the city within the vicinity of Cobb Street, Fields Lane.
The other 2 houses are located on Bath Road and Kings Lane. The Roseau Paintathon is an initiative of the DDA as part of an overall campaign geared at enhancing and beautifying the city of Roseau.
It is very important to us. It's part of our giving. As I said, it's not just Discover Dominica, but some corporate citizens. We are working together to contribute, to give back to the city, and to ensure that we beautify it not only for the tourists, but for us, the residents.
Ms. Joseph pointed out a building opposite to Deepak Scholar Lab that they painted in 2011 to this day looks as good as new, as it has been well maintained. This site is a strong motivating factor in the continuation of the Paintathon, she noted.
We hope as long as there are resources that it will continue well into the future. We do have a number of persons passing by when we do those projects and saying, can you paint my building? The objective is not to just paint people's homes. People can afford to beautify their own buildings, but as we said, we want to preserve the historical sites in the city. And this is what it's all about. It's not painting people's homes for them.
How many homes will be painted total for this year's project?
Well, total this year is 4 homes that we're focusing on. Again, if we have more resources, more sponsorships, more persons volunteering, maybe we could undertake this project more than once a year. But for now, it's going to be an annual event, and this year 4 buildings.
The DDA collaborated with Josephine Gabriel Distributors Limited, Harris Paints Dominica Limited, National Bank of Dominica Limited, and Domnec to conduct a successful Paintathon 2013. In other stories, a number of stakeholders in the agricultural industry all gathered at the Public Service Training Center, PSTC, on Monday, May 13th, where they were engaged in a 2-day agricultural, health and food safety national workshop. Director of Agriculture, Mr. Ricky Bruman, stated, this vital workshop informed farmers on safety procedures which are to be followed on their farms to ensure that the public feels safe when consuming their produce. Organization of Eastern Caribbean States OECS Secretariat, Mr. George Alsey, said, we need to recognize the importance of agriculture and the social and economic development of the OECS and the region.
It is clear that agriculture plays a significant role in food security health and nutrition, and provide sustainable livelihood opportunities, employment creation, rural development, foreign exchange generation, and preservation of the natural resource space.
He said consumers and advocacy groups continue to raise demands for wholesome and nutritious foods and concerns for the environment and human health which have to be taken seriously. This comes back to the use of pesticides and fertilizers used by the farmers.
This workshop is a first in a series to be conducted within the member states and is part of a wider project under the 10th year, which aims to strengthen and upgrade all agriculture, health and food safety systems to effectively operate within the single productive space of the OECS Economic Union and CARI Forum to facilitate production, trade, and competitiveness, or some of us may wish to say sustainability, of all agricultural commodities, and to encourage greater participation of the private sector, sensitization of key stakeholders, including decision makers in the operations of the agricultural health and food safety systems, and to also strengthen the institutional and administrative capacity in the operation and management.
Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Health, Mrs. Helen Royer, noted improving agriculture and health safety in Dominica requires a sustained multi-sectoral approach from varied and key national agencies. She says food safety contributes to health and productivity while providing an effective platform for development and poverty alleviation. She added, consumers are becoming increasingly concerned about the health risk posed by pathogens, viruses or bacterium, and potentially hazardous chemicals placed in food.
Up to 1/3 of the populations of developed countries are affected by foodborne illnesses each year. And the problem is likely to be even more widespread in developing countries. The poor are the most susceptible to ill health. Food and waterborne diarrheal diseases, for example, are leading causes of illness and death in less developed countries, killing an estimated 2.2 million people annually, most of whom are children. This workshop seeks to strengthen and to upgrade all agricultural health and food safety systems to effectively operate within a single productive space of the OECS, Economic Union, and CARI Forum. But to achieve regional support, national commitment is necessary.
This partnership will therefore facilitate production, trade, competitiveness, and sustainability of all agricultural food commodities, said Mrs. Royer. She said the integration of both plant and animal health safety must be synchronized to yield a positive outcome.
World Health Organization recognizes that food safety as an essential public health function, and in 2000 mandated member states to develop a global strategy for reducing the burden of foodborne illnesses. Food must be wholesome and free from contaminants when consumed. After the destruction of health facilities by Hurricane David in 1979, primary healthcare system was introduced. In 1980, food safety programs of the Ministry of Health administered by the Environmental Health Department was revolutionized and utilizing a team approach, health education and promotion strategies. We have had tremendous strides in food safety. However, there is much more to be done.
Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture, Mr. Eisenhower Douglas, stated the workshop will discuss plant protection, animal health and food safety.
At the end of the day, we are here to do a job, and the job is supposed to result in greater output, greater productivity, and greater export competitiveness for the agriculture sector. That's what it's all about. So whatever we're doing, we must look at it in that context. And we're not there to talk about SPS like that, okay? So I really call in on all of you. As I said before, our success is not unique to the Ministry of Agriculture. In other words, the Ministry of Agriculture cannot be successful acting in isolation. We have to work with customs, the port, Ministry of Health, Ministry of Trade, a variety of agencies. I'm glad to see many of you are here. And let us work together as a team so that we can build a brighter future for Dominica in the area of agriculture performance.
In more stories, today is the day where we recognize valuable persons among us. Some of us may be mothers or guardians, but in one way or the other, helped in nurturing young children in various aspects of their lives, said the immediate past president of the Dominican National Council of Women, Ms. Josephine Dublin Prince. Ms. Prince made the statement at a ceremony on Monday, May 13th, where 6 mothers were recognized and presented with food hampers for Mother's Day, celebrated on Sunday, May 12th. The Dominican National Council of Women, DNCW, partnered with the Caribbean Male Action Network, CARIMAN, the Dominican Association of Persons with Disabilities, DAPD, the Bureau of Gender Affairs, and the Welfare Division for the initiative. Each organization was given the opportunity to identify and recommend a foster mother.
Just a chance to thank you for the selfless things you do. A moment in time to celebrate the wonderful gift of you, Mother. Happy Mother's Day. Another quote, Mother, your caring spirit, listening ear, tender hug, and cheerful laugh, fill each day with the special grace of God's love. There's also another which says that every day should be Mother's Day. And I'm sure we all agree to this.
Ms. Prince stated, motherhood is a precious gift from God, and we need to cherish it while protecting our children. She advised the mothers that these gifts are just a small token of appreciation for the amount of work that they engage in as mothers.
So we really want to thank you all, especially those who will be receiving this small token. And we hope that it's just will allow you to appreciate your role, a role that is a very responsible role, to continue to nurture your children, to continue to help them to know God, the God that gave you this right to give birth to that child.
Representative of the Bureau of Gender Affairs, Ms. Millet Plenderleaf, stated it was an honor working alongside the other organizations to make this venture possible. She encouraged her mothers to keep doing the great job that they are doing, especially as it can be very challenging. Executive Director of the Dominican Association of Persons with Disabilities, DAPD, Ms. Nathalie Murphy, commended the DNCW for recognizing the contribution that mothers make and the role they play in society.
It is true one day has been set aside to do that, but we must also remember that the mother's role is an ongoing role, that they need to be appreciated, they need to be recognized, they need to be honored. And our representative here is Pearlie Baltazar from Maho. She has a slight learning disability, but she also has 3 other children with disabilities. And as an organization of persons with disabilities, we work with women with disabilities. And so we always appreciate when organizations like the NCW put us on board or get us on board, get us involved to be part of the whole development process of the organization or of the country.
President of the DNCW, Ms. Vinia David, stated, the DNCW is honored to recognize these 6 single mothers. The mothers who were recognized were Rosalind Remy of Girodel, Pearlie Balthazar of Maho, Nikki Benjamin of Penville, Marilyn Joseph of Massac, Priscilla Lita of Riviera Cyric, and Lovett Charles of Marigot. Each year, the DNCW hosts this ceremony to recognize and appreciate single mothers. Tuesday, May 14th, residents of Castle Bruce woke up to the alarming news of what appeared to be an overnight killing in the community. Castle Bruce police are investigating the death of 74-year-old Julius Joseph, better known as Editor, who was found beaten to death near the roadside this morning. One Castle Bruce resident said he saw the body of the dead man laying face down in an area commonly known as the Castle Bruce Stretch, a short distance away from the Castle Bruce Secondary School. Mr. Joseph, who usually slept in a shed at his garden near the Castle Bruce High School, was found naked with several evident blood marks. The body was pronounced dead at the scene by a district medical officer. It was then transported to the Princess Margaret Hospital mortuary pending a post-mortem examination. A coroner's inquest will be convened. Investigations are continuing. In more stories, Anzime resident Ms. Desma Fyodor was the lucky winner of a gift basket compliment SAT Telecoms as part of a Mother's Day promotion. Mothers who signed up for any new service from May 13th to 17th and paid 1 month in advance qualified for free installation, in addition to their names being placed in a draw. The raffle took place on Monday, May 13th, and Ms. Fyodor emerged the winner. The gift basket was presented to her on Tuesday, May 14th.
We want to thank you for coming on board, for picking SAT Telecommunications as your service provider. You have made the best choice. SAT provides better and quality telecommunication service at an affordable price, and our support system will be there to support you. So we're very happy that you've chosen SAT as your provider, and then we're proud to present this gift basket to you. Thanks. And remember, SAT Telecommunications is the people's choice, and SATnet the better choice.
And in entertainment, reggae dancehall artist on the local scene Colton Thomas, better known as Colton T, who started singing at the age of 15, says he is currently on a quest to gain the support of the adult music lovers. In an exclusive interview with SAT TV News, Mr. Thomas stated he loves the fact that many young people gravitate towards his music, especially in a country where bouyon and calypso music are more popular and accepted by the public.
I'm very dedicated and hardworking. You know, I put in the effort and I put in the work. And yeah, that's basically it about me. And I mean, my journey in Dominica, you know, as a musician, has really been tough in terms of, you know, dancehall and reggae is not really a recognized genre in my country. And, you know, me being one of the only dancehall reggae artists in the country, you know, it was a difficult task, you know, getting the people to actually relate to me as an artist, you know what I mean? But the journey, I mean, Rome wasn't built in a day. And the journey was steep, but, you know, slowly but surely with God I'll overcome. My music is really starting to pick up right now in terms of, like, locally.
Mr. Thomas noted he has performed in Guadalupe, Texas and Miami, including other countries, to promote his music. Thus far, he has performed alongside artists such as Conscience, Wayne Wonder and Erop. The artist pointed out that he recently completed a video shoot for one of his latest songs entitled Ice Cream Man, a song which is loved by the public. He explained the idea behind the song.
Well, back when I was a young lad, I used to actually go out with the ice cream man of my community. His name is Lester. And we used to have I wouldn't say an issue, but girls used to always come to the truck and to buy ice cream and stuff. But then when they realized that I used to be on the truck, it's like they would come more often, you know, and really and truly just to see me, you know, because they really did like me. And me getting into the music business later on helped me to just, you know, I just used that childhood experience, you know, as inspiration for this song. So, you know, the song is just basically talking about, you know, all girls want to have a cup, but she wants my ice cream truck.
Life lessons are what inspire him to write all of his songs, he said. This will be an advantage to him when he finally releases his musical album. In affording upcoming artists with an opportunity to express their music to the world, Mr. Thomas revealed that very soon he will launch his own record label named ICM Records. This will also allow him the chance to explore the business side of the music industry. He stated that his video for Ice Cream Man will be officially released on Wednesday, May 15th at 7 p.m.
So we're gonna be doing some Facebook and YouTube, you know, social promotions. It's gonna be premiered on Tempo, I think, at 9 o'clock on the Cross Caribbean Countdown. And then after, you know, we're just gonna be sending out via Caribvision, RETV, Hype TV, which normally play Colton T all the time. So.
Take a listen to Mr. Colton T's song, Ice Cream Man.
She said, Mr. Ice Cream Man, boy, what kind of flavor you have them in the burning sun? Boy, I need something to cool me. Ice cream man. Boy, what kind of flavor you have them in the burning sun? Lord, I need something to cool me. Vanilla and strawberry, chocolate cones with added cherries, cookies and cream, vanilla cherry, but we have no sprinkled berries. And all girls wanna have a cup, but she want my ice cream truck. Nah. She say, Mr. Ice Cream Man, boy, what kind of flavor you have them in the burning sun? Boy.
And in court news, Vincent Hodge of Tarish Pit pled guilty to theft on Monday, May 13th at the Roseau Magistrates Court, where he appeared before Magistrate Bernard Paquette. Reports said that at about 11 a.m. on May 10th, the complainant Ernest Frederick was coming from KFC. While putting a newspaper in a bag, she felt a stern tug following a shout saying, "Look, he take your purse." When Frederick turned around, she noticed two men detaining Hodge. He had in his possession her black Mickey Mouse purse containing an undisclosed amount of cash and a National Bank Visa card. The men then returned the purse to her, and a report was subsequently made which led to his arrest. When asked why he stole the items by the magistrate, the defendant said he only took it because he was hungry. Hodge, who has had previous convictions dating back 2009, was cautioned and charged 6 months imprisonment, suspended for 1 year. In the event that he is brought back to court for any lawless behavior, Hodge will have to serve 6 months in prison in addition to the current charge. Magistrate Paquette hopes that this will help him keep out of trouble. This has been the local segment of the news. Coming up next, regional highlights.
Have you ever wanted to order on the internet but don't own a credit card, or you're just fed up of the high prices of items locally? Well, the solution is Kemet's Online Services. Kemet's Online Services order a wide variety of items and get your items in as quick as 5 to 10 days. For placing orders or for more information, call 614-9550. The sky's the limit with Kemet's Online Services.